fellas, today I built some of the most tiny Lego Ninjago sets, including miniature ninja, vehicles, and an entire micro Ninjago city. I mean, fellas, Ninjago sets are getting kind of out of hand and expensive, so my goal is to shrink these sets down, make them way cheaper than the real thing, and probably live in them, because my 5'8" stature is not that impressive. To start with, I've got this box here. Now, boys, I'm not even gonna lie, this contains one of the most insane things that I've ever seen. Oh, dude, this is cool. The Ninjago Boardgame. This is Ninjago the board game, which came out in 2011 and retailed for $30. Bro, look at this! And look, I know what you're thinking. Well, hey, Jarek, why did you buy this set? Well, first of all, hold your horses, and secondly, there is a very good reason. Oh, man. All the pieces are in here. Whoa, bro, look. Basically, back in 2011, Lego made a board game for tons of different themes, and included in the board games are micro versions of characters. Going ahead and got building this thing up, and oh my days, dude, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Now in this set, basically, we get ourselves not only the board game itself where we can play the game, but also tons of micro scale ninja, sensei-woo, and skeletons. I mean, these things are absolutely tiny, but honestly have a pretty good amount of detail on them. So basically, we've got ourselves this board game here, which has tons of like micro scale Ninjago builds. Like, you know, you've got these little temples everywhere. Now, playing this game is actually like amazingly fun. I'm gonna be real. You roll the dice, and if you get this symbol on here, then you have to fight a skeleton, which means that you spin this spinner, and if you get the color of the ninja, the skeleton dies. This is so cool. Not only do we get, obviously, the custom ninja and sensei-woo and skeleton micro figures, but we also even get these custom prints for the dice. I mean, look at how sick this is. There's like skeletons on it. There's like a rope for some reason. It's just cool. It's just a cool thing to have. And I'm just cool as well. So we get ourselves like the spinner thing, micro golden weapons. I mean, I just absolutely love this thing. The custom ninja, the custom dice. I mean, I think it's fair to say that I have a few Ninjago minifigures myself, but these things can be pretty expensive. And every single one of the ninja here is only one piece, which is about 10 cents. That is very, very reasonable. I mean, Lego went ahead and made so many of these micro board games. I mean, you know, we've got a Harry Potter one, there's a Batman one here, there's even a Star Wars one where you get like tons of these micro figures. I mean, dude, this is so cool. But fellas, now that I had the ninja and sensei-woo and a couple of villains, I needed to get myself some of them to, you know, fight crime and cause natural disasters on a weekly basis, which is, of course, the Ninjago City. Now, for those of you unaware, for the past few years, basically Lego has been releasing a big Ninjago city every couple of, you know, years. And these things are by far the most expensive Ninjago sets of all time. I've actually got a couple of them, but some of them eluded me. And they are the most expensive Ninjago sets to get your hands on of all time. But what if there was a way to get these sets substantially cheaper, and also smaller, and also more accessibly? Well, luckily, Lego actually went ahead and released some micro versions of these sets. These are more affordable, which you can get on the Lego Insider program if you have enough VIP points and have spent enough money on Lego to get some free stuff. So I went ahead and redeemed some points. So I went ahead and cracked open the first one, which is the Micro Ninjago City. Now, the original set goes for upwards of $500 brand new, has almost 5,000 pieces and 19 minifigures, but the micro version is free and only comes with 339 pieces. I also went ahead and built the Micro Ninjago City docks, which is one of the most iconic Ninjago sets of all time, by the way. And dude, it's just so cool having this in micro scale because they are so similar to the real thing. It is crazy. Bro, these things genuinely are absolutely incredible. And finally, I've got my hands on these sets. Although they're quite a bit smaller, but if only Lego had made more. This is foreshadowing. No way, dude. Alright, so in this first box, we have Ninjago City Gardens. This is really, really nice, by the way. Oh, dude. Ninjago City Markets, bro. Dude, look how cool this is. These two are like my favorite Ninjago sets of all time, by the way. This is just sick. Having these things as micro scale sets is just one of the best things ever. Dude, it is so accurate to the real thing. Oh, so much detail, so many great play features, but with such a tiny scale. How do they do it? It's crazy. These things just go insanely hard. Like, they're so accurate to the actual builds, but also simplify it so well. And dude, actually comparing these things to the real sets, it's unreal how similar they are, but also how tiny tiny they are. Not to mention the fact that you can literally combine these things as well to make one huge Ninjago city for the, for the tiny little ninja to live in. And of course, the Ninjago City Markets one is no exception. This thing is just amazing. You look at this thing at first glance, and honestly, I don't know that you'd be able to tell it apart from the real thing. Like, genuinely. I mean, thankfully, they've told us that, this boat does not float, because otherwise I think I would try and take a ride in it. I mean, even in the bigger official sets, they've got a Micro Temple of Jitsu, and the Destiny's Bounty, a Ninjago Gardens painting, Micro Ninjago boat, a tiny Ninjago card from the original spinners, and an even smaller J minifigure. I mean, boys, the one key thing we are missing is a couple of vehicles. Luckily, however, LEGO actually went ahead and made tons and tons of miniature vehicles. I'm literally rich. Bro, these sets are absolutely fantastic, but I also got some random sweets as well. Pretty nice. This is a disclaimer, please don't eat random sweets that you get in LEGO packets from random people on the internet, because it probably won't be that good, and honestly I don't really know what was in those sweets, so I don't know why I eat them, and honestly I feel a little bit queasy. So I went ahead and got building these sets, and honestly, dude, there is so many amazing builds here. I mean, first off, we've got this Micro Samurai X, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Now, this thing was for Ninjago Legacy, and honestly, more Nia recognition, I'm always here for it. I'm always here for it. And then next up, we've got the Mini Thunder Raider, which is absolutely amazing. Obviously, this is from Season 3, and dude, this translates so well into micro scale. Not only are we getting both of the vehicles in here, but also the play feature where you can put them both together. And then we've got a micro version of Kai's car from Season 3. I mean, dude, this thing is just amazing. Accurate to the show, love it. A Zane's Titan Mech in micro scale as well. This thing is way chunkier than the other builds, I might add, but it's so great, so accurate to the actual thing. I love it a lot. We've even got Zane's tank from the Ninjago movie, which literally has treads on it that move, which is crazy. And then we've got a micro version of Cole's Quake Mech from the Ninjago movie. Again, incredibly accurate with so few pieces. Dude, I don't know what's going on. How do they do it? Lloyd's Dragon from the Ninjago movie as well. This thing doesn't look quite as good. It looks a little bit derpy, but we will give them a pass because overall they're doing better. But bro, just look at Zane's Spinjitzu car in micro scale. This thing is so cute. I love it so much. You can even chuck Zane in this thing if you wanted. And it literally spins as well, arguably better than the actual thing. And then we've got Zane's Ice Dragon creature in micro scale. I mean, that thing, it just is so great. So many great building techniques as well. And dude, literally you can make the ultimate build of this thing in micro scale that you can make in the actual set. They just spoil us. They just spoil us, fellas. And now, having built all of these sets up, we get ourselves a micro-scale Ninjago City replica. Now, this thing is incredible. All of this stuff altogether only cost me like less than $100. And it doesn't even end here. I mean, look at how many other micro-scale Ninjago things people have built. Like, you've got Destiny's Bounty, you've got Jet's Lightning Jet, Cole's Boulder Blaster. I mean, dude, honestly, micro-scale Ninjago stuff is absolutely awesome. I love this so much, dude. And now I've got somewhere where I can quite happily live, so... Oh, please subscribe.